You know, as a former Pittsburgh Steeler, I would compare this to some games that Ben Roethlisberger plays. This is a very Roethlisberger-esque performance. Not a whole lot of passing, but efficient, 66% per completion ratio. He improved last week, he improved this week, and if he continues this going, and also, you know, let's be honest, there's a string of luck here of opponents they've played and injuries of opponents they've played that's added to the Tebow success. It's totally true. College offenses see this, college defense see this type of offense all the time. NFL, you kind of leave that behind. I can't even imagine going into a short week like the Jets had last week and trying to accomplish understanding all the wrinkles of this option attack in just 2 days, and we saw what happened on the field there. They had unblocked guys who weren't sure what to do, missed Tebow on that long touchdown run. Mistakes like that are going to happen because they don't see this type of offense every week.
Chad, I'm going to start with you on this since you're a defensive guru. Do you like where the team's at right now?
I think they took a step back
backwards. I thought that's what you were going to say.
They gave up 381 yards to a rookie quarterback who threw two interceptions. The Broncos didn't make those interceptions. All they had to do was catch the ball, particularly the one, the Goodwin. It was right to him, and he was having a really rough day until that interception. So they were soft at the middle. Toby Gerhart had 91 yards rushing. They had trouble in the secondary. They've got to shore this up if they're going to continue winning like they've been doing. As much as credit as Tim Tebow deserves for what's going on in the last 5 weeks for the Denver Broncos, they have come across such a string of luck, whether it be the poor decisions by the Miami coaching staff, the amazing lack of understanding by the Raiders defensive ends, the Chiefs just being in a horrible place, playing San Diego next week after losing 5 in a row, going against the Chicago Bears with no Jay Cutler, possibly going against the Minnesota Vikings with no Adrian Peterson.
Right.
It is laid out for them to surprise and shock the world and win this division. The only way you can really stop Tom Brady is putting pressure on the quarterback, and those are things that Broncos have done well. I mentioned in the last segment about the 2 sacks for the last 12 games. If they can continue getting pressure on the quarterback, that's probably the only way to slow down Tom Brady. Stopping Tom Brady doesn't seem likely. Slowing him down is a possibility.
They better be able to hit the receiver.
But they weren't rushing him because they were more afraid of Tebow's legs if they pressured him and gave him empty lanes to run through as opposed to him passing the ball, which I think is an indictment on Tebow's passing ability.
Do you think he's really going to step up to the task to try to stop Tim Tebow?
He's going to come up with a very creative game plan. And he's going to force Tim to do the things he doesn't do well. He's going to take away all the things that Tim does well. We saw Tim do a couple of things, scramble out of the pocket to his left side. There's no way Bill's going to allow his defense to allow Tim to scramble to the side he prefers to. If you want to scramble, scramble always to your right. He's going to take away those things. He's going to take away Tim's comfort zone and put him in spots where he can't get comfortable. I'm going to shock you with this one.
Okay.
If things continue to go as they have gone for the Broncos, Tim Tebow has a strong possibility. I'm not saying obviously Aaron Rodgers is clearing the way the favorite, without a doubt. Yeah. But again, with the way the schedule's lining up, with the way things have gone over the last couple of weeks, if he can continue these performances and the Broncos continue to win, he's in the conversation. The first time these two teams played wasn't very sexy. You know, it wasn't a whole lot of points. It was a defensive battle. I loved it as a defensive guy.
You would.
There were 20 guys on that field who are going to play in the NFL, so it was a great game from that perspective. But again, LSU, Oregon State, Oklahoma State, a lot more scoring, a little sexier matchup, but the two best teams in the country are Alabama, LSU. You know, I'm going to go Broncos 24-10.
Nice.
And I want to continue the streak of luck going. The Broncos will get another 6 points off a Chicago offensive turnover. The Chicago's defense will play well, but the Broncos 24-10. There's a strong chance Kansas City won't win another game this entire season. Yeah. There's a great chance Norv Turner will not be coaching the San Diego Chargers next season if they continue like they have. So,
but they're still dangerous this season.
You know, Philip Rivers.
San Diego's still dangerous.
They play the Broncos Sunday.
Yeah.
Chargers win that game, they're back in it.
They are back in it, but I think the slide for Philip Rivers is going to continue. His interceptions, his untimely interceptions, those turnovers are going to continue all season long. This is not a short-term trend. This is going to be a long-term season type deal for Philip Rivers.
I want to get Chad's take on what it is the Broncos are doing defensively right now that you really like with this team.
Well, as I said last on Thursday night on the air, the offense, by running the balls off and they do, gives the defense a great chance to rest. And by keeping the games tight and close and not having a shootout affair, the defense can come in there and pin their ears back. And we're seeing that with better performances by Elvis Dumervil and really great performances by Von Miller. You do have to get a lot of credit. And I think it's hard to separate considering the type of football that they're playing. They're playing running the ball, playing good defense. Tim Tebow's touched the ball 236 times this season, 1 turnover. That's a huge number for them to lend them success this season.